Hi, I'm Sara Raymond with the Mindful Movement. Welcome. Today's practice is a slow practice with a lot of deep breathing to help you calm down if you're experiencing anxiety or stress. The deep breathing and long holds will start to allow you time to let go of your to-do list, your planning, the things that have us living in the future that may create anxiety or stress. So grab your mat and let's get started. We'll start with some seated deep breathing. So just find any comfortable position. If you want to prop up your hips to release any tension, you're welcome to do that. Or you can sit with your legs in front of you. Just allow your arms to rest on your thighs and close your eyes. And at first, let's notice our breath. Without making any changes, without judging, just let it be what it is. Notice the air as it flows in through your nostrils and then out again. And now we'll begin to count our natural breath. So however long your inhale is, begin to count. And then also count your exhale. And one more breath like that, just allowing it to be natural. And on your next breath in, see if you can make your inhale just a little longer. And the exhale the same, just a little longer, a little slower. And with your next breath, count your inhale. And see if you can allow your exhale to be one count longer. And again. And allow that slightly slower, slightly longer exhale to relax your body. Calm the nervous system down. And we'll take 3 more breaths like that. Feeling your body sink down, releasing any tension or holding you might be feeling. Take one more deep breath in and out. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed as we begin to move a little bit, or you can gently blink them open, keeping them soft. We'll start with a few neck stretches. So just tilting your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just keep them gentle, lifting up as you breathe in, and tilting to the left as you breathe out. And then up to center. Over to the right again. And this time we'll reach our left arm out to the side. Think of reaching your fingers back. And then back to center. And then head over to the left. And reaching your right arm out, fingertips reach back. And then we'll bring both hands back. Drawing your chin down toward your chest. And then keeping your chin low, take your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then left ear to the left shoulder. And then coming back through center, gently lifting your head up. And from here, we'll come onto our hands and knees. So taking your time, moving slowly, staying with your breath. So once you arrive onto your hands and knees, start to shift your hips back towards your heels, maybe crawling your fingers a little farther forward, and then bringing your hips forward towards your wrists. So you can inhale back and exhale forward. One more time there. And then settling back into child's pose. So your knees can be all the way together if you'd like. You'll focus on stretching your low back a little bit more, or you're welcome to open your knees a little wider, maybe focusing a little more on your hips. So walking your hands out and then allowing your forehead to rest down. Take a couple slow, deep breaths here. And if you find your mind wandering off as you're holding the postures, come back to your breath. Breath will always bring you back to this present moment. And as you're holding, scanning your body gently for anywhere you can soften. Finding your sense of calm with your breath. And then we'll lift up gently. You're going to take your left arm underneath of your right, so you're in a low thread the needle. And then you can lay your forehead down if that feels comfortable. Just a gentle twist, a gentle shoulder opening. And just holding there. Again, looking for anywhere you can soften just a little more. We'll take one more breath to the side. And then coming back up to center gently, going to the other side. Taking your right arm through to your left, laying the side of your shoulder down here. The side of your forehead. Finding as much ease in your posture as you can. Taking one more deep breath here. Carefully helping yourself up. And then bringing your knees closer together under your hips, hands under your shoulders. We'll go into a little deeper twist with a thread the needle. So we can pick our right hand up, push down into the floor as you twist towards the ceiling. And then send that right arm through to the left. And just like we did in child's pose, lay the shoulder down, lay the side of the forehead down, and gently use your hand to deepen your twist. And if it's too much pressure on your neck, you can come back to the variation where you're in child's pose. And then coming up to center, we'll go to the other side. So lifting our left arm up, press into the floor as we twist toward the ceiling, and then rotating around to the other side. Very gently lowering your arm down, lowering your forehead down, and then use your right hand to gently twist. Breathing in here, looking for, again, a little more ease. Where can you let go? And maybe it's just your breath releasing. Every exhale, we let go a little more. And then coming back to center. And then from here, we'll take our hands just a little in front of our shoulders, spreading our fingers wide, planting our hands down firmly. And then as we come up into downward dog, we'll curl our toes under. Lift with your knees bent so that you can begin to press your chest back, open through your shoulders. And then maybe you can tip your tail up towards the ceiling a little more, lengthening your spine. And then from there, we begin to either stretch one heel down at a time or both heels. And just holding for one more breath. We'll come down onto our knees. And then from there, let's step our right foot forward between our hands. So we want to align our knee over our ankle, coming into that low lunge. And think of grounding down into the floor. So that right foot and the left knee are pulling towards each other to help lift you up. So you use your hands for support less. And you can have your back foot flat or curled under, whatever is comfortable. And then we'll shift our hip back. So we're over our left knee, right toes will come up, if that's comfortable. And then we'll start to take that into a little bit of a flow. So we're inhaling forward, think light on your hands, lifted through your chest, and exhaling back, squaring your hips as best you can. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Do that 2 more times, staying with the breath. And then as you come forward, we'll take that right foot back in line with the left. And then come into a kneeling plank. So your hands are under your shoulders, your hips are straight here, coming into a nice straight line. And taking your time on your next exhale, we'll lower down. Slowly, slowly, so the belly and the chest land at the same time. And then from there, we'll slide our elbows forward under our shoulders. And then just roll your shoulders back, try to open up through your collarbones, and then lift a little taller, so you could be lighter on your elbows. And then begin to pull your heart through your arms, drawing your crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And let's hold here for a nice big breath. And I think we'll do one more since it feels so nice here. Breathing in and out. And then just carefully lowering yourself down. And then we'll press back to child's pose. Giving yourself a couple deep breaths. You can always bring your hands back by your feet if that feels more comfortable for your shoulders. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way to our second side. So the left foot comes forward. Again, aligning your knee up over your ankle. Grounding down through your left foot and right knee, lifting up a little bit, light on your fingers. So we'll begin our exhale, going back, and inhale, coming forward and up. Exhaling back. And breathing in and breathing out. One more time here. And out. And then from there, we'll come into child's pose one more time. Always returning to that nice, easy posture, finding release. Carefully making your way up. We'll come around to seated. So we're going to find a comfortable seated position with our legs out in front of us. So again, feel free to lift up, either sitting on a block or a blanket, or just roll the end of your mat up. And once you get out there, we'll bring our legs together. Ankles are flexed. And think about pulling back from your pinky toes so your feet are flat. We'll lift our arms up, big breath in, lift our chest, draw our shoulders down, and then we'll hinge forward over our legs, keeping our back flat as long as we can. Maybe the knees soften a little bit. And then once you can't go any farther with your back flat, then allow your upper back to round over your legs. And we'll find a position where your arms can rest, either on your calves or the floor, your ankles. And then let this be an easy fold. Let it be effortless. Let it be a bit of a surrender. So if that means backing off a little bit and then softening into it, that's fine. Let's take 2 more breaths here, feeling maybe your back body as you breathe in, and then maybe softening a little deeper as you breathe out. And 1 more breath. And then just carefully helping yourself out of that posture. And then we'll slide our feet in towards us with the soles of the feet coming together. You can use your hands to help you walk your hips towards your heels if that feels good. And you can either, for this seated butterfly posture, grab onto your ankles, maybe use your elbows to open the knees gently, or some of you may find it more comfortable to have your hands behind you and your chest lifted. So do what feels best for your body today, where you can breathe comfortably, fluidly. And maybe if you're a little more flexible than I am in this posture, you might want to walk your hands forward and fold yourself over your legs. That one's not so restful for me. So looking for the posture where you can find the most ease in your body. Your neck and shoulders can be relaxed. You can find a full, deep breath. And then gently making your way out of that posture. You can just stretch your legs out long and give them a little wiggle side to side. And then taking your time, making your way onto your back. So lowering yourself down in this posture. Relax your shoulders, maybe wiggle them underneath of you a little more to open through your chest. Your feet are about hip distance apart. And then we'll just pause for a moment. Once you arrive, gently turn your head to the right and to the left. And back to center, finding a little more ease in your neck. And we'll lift our hips up into a bridge posture. So coming up into a nice straight line, just reaching your knees forward, not going so high that you're feeling your back arch. And if you'd prefer a more supported posture, you can put a block or a blanket under your hips just to be elevated, but not have to work quite so hard. And we'll just take a few breaths here, coming out of it if you need sooner. And then just slowly lowering yourself down out of your bridge. And then from there, gently bring your knees into your chest. A little rock from side to side. And then we're going to go into a reclined pigeon. So you can cross your right ankle over your left thigh. I'm just checking in to make sure your hips are level here. You either stay here if this is where you're comfortable, or you can reach through your legs to grab behind your left thigh and pull your knees into your chest here. And then once you have hold of your legs, see if you can bring your shoulders back down to the mat. Maybe lengthen your tailbone back to the mat. Relaxing your lower leg on the left side so that you're not doing much work to hold it in place. And breathing in And breathing out. Letting each breath out signify letting go of what you no longer need. Letting go of unnecessary stress, worry, making room for peace and calm. And we'll gently release that side and switch. Now the left ankle over the right. And again, either reaching through and grabbing your right thigh or keeping your right foot on the floor. Once you arrive in your posture, coming back to your breath. Deep, slow inhales and full exhales. Sometimes breathing out through your mouth has a little more relaxing effect, allows you to really sense that letting go, that release. And then uncrossing, we'll again bring both knees back to your chest. And then from there, you can keep your knees in towards your chest. We'll open our arms out to the side, relaxing your shoulders down. And then bring your knees over towards your right, maybe reaching a little more towards your shoulders as you lay your knees down. And then once you find contact with the floor, if it's comfortable for you to turn your head to your left. Closing your eyes if they're not already, and just finding release. Let the earth beneath you be your support. Scanning your body once more to look for areas where you can soften. Are you holding with your hand? And maybe you can let go. Is your jaw tight? Muscles around your eyes. Can you find a little more ease? And staying as relaxed as you can. Use your breath out to help you pull your legs back to the center. And then gently going over to your left. And then again, your eyes can go to your right if you'd like. And then maybe closing your eyes when you arrive. Continuing to breathe deeply. And if you find that focusing on your breath tightens things up, or it causes a response of just stress or anxiety, just let that go. Just let your breath be what it naturally is, and perhaps find the physical sensations in your body as a focal point. So we just want to use our mind to focus on something to help us be present, find peace. And when you're ready, just gently bringing your legs back to the center, and then lowering one foot down and then the other. And then we'll straighten out our left leg and hug our right knee into our chest with our hands. And if this feels like it's too much stretch on either your left hip or your back, you can always bend your left knee a little bit. So just find comfort. So for this pose, let's use our physical sensations as our focal point. So with your eyes closed, turning your attention inward, Maybe you notice the sensations at your hips. And as your mind rests its attention on your hips, let the attention release and soften your body. And if it feels good to bring your right knee out slightly towards the right, you can do that. Taking your time, bringing your leg back to center, stretching it out towards the floor, and now bringing your left knee into your chest. Again, relaxing your shoulders, your neck, letting your attention rest on the sensations of your body. So this practice is just about noticing your experience as it is, without making any changes, without needing it to be anything. Just seeing what's there for you right now. And then again, if you'd like to bring your left knee out slightly to the left. We'll bring it back to center. And then stretching our left leg out to meet our right. So we're going to go into a side bend here. So you can either have your arms reaching overhead, or if it's more comfortable for you to have your hands interlaced behind your head, you can do that. So we'll start with our upper body. Just walk ourselves, our shoulders, our head, our arms, everything over towards the right. And then finding ease there. So can you let both your shoulders and both your hips land equally on the mat? So you have an option to stay here, or if you'd like something a little bit more, you'd begin to walk your legs over to your right as well. So we create this banana or crescent moon shape. And then take a moment to settle in. Relaxing anywhere that you used to move you. So the muscles that moved you can now relax. Allowing your breath maybe to travel towards your left side. So as if you're just breathing into your left lung, expanding that side of your body from your waist, through your ribs, your underarm, all the way up into your left shoulder. And then very gently we'll start by bringing our lower half back to the center. Pausing there for just a moment. And then bringing our upper body back to center. Just walking your shoulders and your head back to the midpoint. And we'll take our time, really find ease as you begin to go to the other side. So shoulders and head and arms go towards your left. And again, you can have your arms up overhead or your hands behind your head. So choose whichever option allows you to find ease. So not one is better or right. It just is what's best for your body today. And then maybe you start to walk your legs over. Maybe you find one side feels different than the other, and you choose a different option from your left to your right, and that's okay. And once you arrive in this shape, scanning your body from the inside, looking for ease and release. So maybe you're feeling like one shoulder is tensing up towards your ear, and you can just invite it to relax. Sometimes we just need permission to let go of our worry, let go of our overwhelm. Just breathe it out. Give yourself permission to be here now in this posture, knowing that this short bit of self-care is the best thing that you can do for your body, for your peace of mind, so that you can arrive at your next task calm and present. And then gently, let's start with our legs coming back towards the middle. And then gradually, our upper body meets in the center. And then let's reach our arms overhead if they weren't already, and just lift through your heart, lift through your upper back, just finding length and openness. And then allowing your body to settle down, bringing your knees in slowly towards your chest, one at a time. And then the other. And gently rocking from side to side. And then we're going to finish with legs up the wall. So you're going to find a place near a wall, or if you don't have a wall handy, you can use a block, where you just lift up your hips and place the block under your pelvis, so you're supported in a slight inversion, and then you'll take your legs up towards the ceiling with the block. So I'm going to move my mat a little closer to the wall. When you're ready to come into your legs up the wall posture, you're going to sit sideways, very close to the wall, so that the hip closest is almost right up against it. And then you'll roll onto your back and then swing your legs up the wall and bring yourself around so that your pelvis is very close to the wall. And then you'll just come into this position with your arms maybe out to the sides, palms facing up for this open collarbone position. And then as we arrive here, taking a moment to settle in. Let the weight of your legs feel heavy on your hips. And then with your eyes closed, very slowly and gently turn your head to one side, feeling any tension melt out of your neck. And then over to the other side. Slow and easy. And then coming back to center and finding stillness. If you're finding your mind wandering off into thoughts or stories, or maybe being distracted by sounds, moving around, and just coming back to your breath, coming back to the sensations in your body. So finding the focal point that makes the most sense for you to bring you to this present moment. And enjoying this stillness for a few minutes. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring some gentle movements to your fingers and toes. And taking your time, when you're ready, sliding your feet down the wall, bringing your knees in, and very gently rolling onto your side off the wall. You can stay there for a moment. And then gently coming up to seated again. So finding your comfortable seated position. Bring yourself back to upright once more. Let's lift our arms, inhale. And then bring your hands down to chest center, close your eyes. Just take a moment to be here right now. Relaxing your shoulders and your neck, and your hips, finding ease. Knowing that you can always come back to your anchor if you start to feel overwhelmed. Using your breath or your bodily sensations to come back to the present. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. And if you're interested in a little bit more relaxation, check out one of our guided meditations. We'll link in the description below.